You know that in Australia, the hopes of a good PLE circle the drain in the opposite direction, right? I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlog who always tells it like it is. Much like with Royal Rumble, it seems the WWE has chosen to try quality over quantity in their first PLE in Australia since 2018. Where they had 10 matches, including 4 title matches. This year, the Aussies are only getting 5 matches, though 3 of them are for titles. But again, like the Rumble, the chamber matches will be the center of the PLE and carry the weight of the whole show. But something about this card just isn't, pun unintended, cricket. You'd think that the WWE would give them a bit more, considering the main event of the last PLE there was DX versus Undertaker and Kane. Instead, it looks more like NXT these days. 12 women and 10 men competing, plus any people like Dom Dumb or the Street Profits in corners. True, both chamber matches look pretty good on paper, but one is so obvious. Oh well. Might as well give them something to try to hold them until their Olympics in 8 years. Here are my predictions for Elimination Chamber PERTH. Start with the kickoff match. Kabuki Warriors versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell for the women's tag titles. Name one thing Hartwell has done well since coming back from injury after dropping the NXT women's title after holding it for a week. And name anything that the Poison Pixie has done since following her hubby Johnny Gargano into the main rosters. Go ahead. I'll wait. Yeah, I thought so. LeRae and Hartwell are the vaudevillains of 2023-24. Such promise going away from NXT only to bomb immensely. Meanwhile, Kairi Sane returns, and a few months later, she and Asuka regains the women's tag titles and kick Bayley out of Damage Control. So, duh! Winners and still champs, Kabuki Warriors. Men's tag team titles. Finn Balor and Damian Priest of Judgment Day defend against Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. Collectively known as the New Catch Republic? I've heard worse tag names before. Now, no disrespect to these bruiserweights. Bate, who likewise recently was called up from NXT, and Dunne, who's no longer a brawling brute, are as vicious as they come. They're a lot like honey badgers, and they too don't seem to give a damn. But I somehow don't think Priest and Balor are given the titles up quite yet, and especially not to a team that only just formed a few months ago. Yeah, new teams usually beat vet teams, but not this time. I think the Judgment Day will meet their total collapse at WrestleMania. Winners and still champs, Judgment Day. Women's World Title match. Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax. Is it me or has Mammy become like RVD during the Invasion angle of 2001? A member of a heel group cheered like a face. Never mind that her significant something or other Dirty Dom is still getting drowned out while talking, though I'm almost certain it's piped in by these days. Why is Ripley so liked by the crowds? Is it because she's the de facto leader of Judgment Day, keeping all those male egos in check? Well, she'll need it to check the woman whose ego is the size of, well, her size. Jax returned to the WWE for one simple reason, to become champion again. And she's bullied her way to the front of the line. But as stated, Dum Dum will likely be in Ripley's corner, distracting Jax just enough to put Mammy on top again. As I said, the Judgment Day collapse will take place at WrestleMania. Winner and still champ, Rhea Ripley. Women's Elimination Chamber match. Winner faces the Women's World Champion at WrestleMania 40. Talk about your who's who and your who's that. I'll start by saying that Naomi should not win. I actually should be calling her Trinity Fatu the way she betrayed the WWE Universe nearly 2 years ago. Bianca Belair, while I can certainly see her fighting for a women's title at yet another WrestleMania, just not this year. Tiffany Stratton is still new from NXT. She's getting a massive push, but I'd rather not see her peak right away. Liv Morgan, at least she's not showing ring rust from her injuries, but still not enough. And Rockrod has disappointed me one too many times in the past. And that leaves the last kicker. Wouldn't it be cool if one more time, even if it's a brief time, Mr. and Mrs. Rollins both had title belts? And I can think of much worse fights than Ripley Lynch. So when the man comes around to Perth, she'll be waltzing Matilda to WrestleMania. Primary pick is Becky Lynch with Raquel Rodriguez as secondary for half a point. Finally, men's Elimination Chamber match. Winner receiving a World Heavyweight Championship match against Seth frickin' Rollins at WrestleMania 40. Now, I don't normally listen to the rumors pertaining to possible spoilers of matches. I don't like people saying, oh, they're pushing so-and-so to win such a match without valid proof. But I've heard about who people think will win this match, and I can't help but agree. I mean, the almighty Bobby Lashley is a tough veteran who could use a push. LA Knight has been on a roll as of late. Kevin Owens still in there punching and giving his all in every match he's in. Randy Orton came back tougher than ever after the injury and could use one more title reign in his 20-plus year career. And Logan Paul, okay, he's the exception. Even if he can legally use brass knuckles in this match, it won't help. But there's one thing those five have in common. Can you guess? They are all SmackDown superstars. Why in the hell would a SmackDown superstar compete for a Raw exclusive title? It's Crown Jewel all over again as the only Raw superstar wins the match. And why not? Drew McIntyre's been getting a lot of heat lately, and he deserves to compete for a primary title in front of a huge crowd at WrestleMania for once. Primary pick, Drew McIntyre, and I'll put Randy Orton as a secondary, even though I'm certain he won't win. Those are my picks. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna sleep through it. Hey, I'm old, okay? I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling blog who always tells it like it is. Pray for peace, and I'll see ya.